Hello everyone, here is a video on Analytics mobile app. So this will take us through the functionality of the app. So when we log in successfully, we are presented with a dashboard. The dashboards and reports can be switched with this option from the downward arrow from the top bar. So if you click on reports, reports are loaded, and we can switch back to dashboards this way. And these are reloaded now. So the settings button in the top right corner has the version name. The version has option to switch the display mode like this. We can again switch it back. Another option is the logout, which can log you out of the app. Now let's go check out some of the dashboards. So in this case, production dashboard table. In dashboards, we have multiple tabs. Multiple tabs can be checked out by click on the top title, that is, and the arrow. So overview and well details. So we can switch back between them. When we click on the other tab will load. When we again switch back to first, the data for the first will be loaded. So these are the KPIs at the top. The values of oil prod and water prod mapped on the graph from range of January to June. The range can be changed from here, say a year. These are plotted like this. Back to day. So daily injection, forecast variance, some more variance graphs. So this is about this dashboard. So we can, if you want to see the this same data in the table view format, then we can tap on the table icon here, and we'll have the table data reloaded. So this data will look like this. We can again switch back to chart like this by again tapping on it. So since this data is for a particular date range, we can modify this data based on our requirements from the filter section. Filter section can be reached out from top left corner, named filter. So here all the filter related fields are populated, like the toggle, gross and net, the hierarchy, producing method, status, WP category, and wedding date. Hierarchies can be many. Here we have stop hierarchy selected. We can again go and customize our hierarchy items selection like this. So this is multi-selected, so we can multi-select them and again go back to the filters. So hierarchy item count is updated saying hierarchy 5. So total hierarchy items are 5 now. We can also update the producing methods, like say I just want a couple of them. So like again producing gas, yeah, this is good. So I want to view the results for them. Then data will be reloaded based on filter criteria that we have provided, and it is reloaded like this. Yes. So here are a couple of things in the filter section. These are the selections that are under the producing status. These are multi-selected, so we can select multiple fields and these will be populated like that. Same goes for producing method. WP category, reading date. In case of reading date, it is not multi-selected. We have to select a particular date range like 12 months, 3 months, or a month. Based on selection, then we have to tap view results, and based on that the data will be reloaded. So one more thing about the filter section is we have an option to save a filter. We can save it as a default filter or simply another filter, so that it comes handy when we want to filter out the data based on our requirements. So let's say we want to save current filter, saying default filter, and want to apply it as default, then hit save. Then that filter will be saved, saying filter saved as default filter, and it will be applied. So we also have another filter saved earlier, that is my filter. So if we apply that filter, then based on the selections of my filter, data will be reloaded. Let's assume we have this is selected as WP category base. So we now save one more filter as WP category. Saved. So now let's switch to default filter, where we don't have WP category. Now again switch back to WP category filter, then it should auto populate that particular value. So these filters will have their respective selected fields populated when we select that particular filter. So this is kind of handy when we want a particular set of data. So when we again press view results, data will be refreshed like that. So these are the things about the filter. So when we click on the top, we'll have all the list of filters we have saved for that user. So we can select on that. So we can again save and save as. Save is to modify existing filter, save as to create new filter. When we save as, we can also apply set as default. So when we apply set as default, that particular filter will be set as default. So whenever we come to the filter screen, that particular filter will be applied and the values will be populated. So this is about the filter screen. Now let's come back to the dashboard. So in a full screen view, the graph looks like this. We can again take this in the landscape mode. So when we have when we again tap on the table view table button, then the data for table view is fetched. And we can also see this in the landscape mode like this. Currently these are the first column is highlighted as blue because there are some links associated with it. So, this data at times might be smaller, so we also have an option to make it a little big. So like with the help of these buttons, so we can increase the font size. So again we click on the E button, then it minimizes to earlier font. We can scroll down, scroll up and view this particular grid. When we again click on this graph button, then the respective chart data is reloaded. like that. So one more thing about linking, we have linking between different dashboards. So like in this case here we have top 10 oil producers. So these top 10 oil producers are based on field, route, stop, or well name. Currently this graph shows based on well name as it's selected here. We can change that, and we can, let's say, a stop. So these are based on some stops. So the first stop is, say, so when we select this, then we are taken to the well details dashboard page showing the details about that particular stop. So data should refresh, and yeah, we have the data for that particular stop. So that is GGU Kaufman, stop name, route name, and the related data. This is data for that particular date for oil, gas, and gas in, gas out, water, and other related data. KPI value showing the data for oil, gas, and water. So here we are. So do let us know the feedback on this video in the comment section, so that we'll be able to provide you. We'll be happy to reach out to you on that. Thank you.